Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück hier zum dritten Teil zu Game of Thrones und wir wollen ja gleich mal weitermachen, weil wir haben jetzt ja eben, sage ich mal, aus Reflex auf Start gedrückt, um hier nicht weiter zu spoilern und wir wollen jetzt gleich mal weitermachen. Los geht's. Wir haben mittlerweile die Person gewechselt und sind jetzt Lord Ethan.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Und da kommt... Wer ist das?
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Oh, der ist wohl
I've
nicht so
been
nett.
waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
Das
I
ne?
may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head.
Oh, den mag ich nicht.
And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Ja, mit den
Bruce
Starks
Bolton
ist es
the
quasi
warden of the
gestorben.
north. Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Na, was will er?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
Garrett was only defending himself.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire?
Ich verteidige mich selbst, weil ich es ja eigentlich auch selbst getan
He
habe.
acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type.
Ach komm, halt die
Where's the
Schnauze.
fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I've
Took
handled
care
it.
of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not
Du bist ein
leaving
kleines
until I
Arschloch,
have
mehr bist du
my
nicht.
justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Ja,
Lady Forrester.
Lady Forrester ist auf
Bellow
meiner
like a
Seite.
wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Die ist aber kalt. Aber sie steht hinter ihrem Sohn.
May be lord of this house. But Lord Bolton will have the final say.
Auf keinsten.
I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
He will. Weiter
Your son
geht's.
did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper.
Ja,
The
das
lesser
haben
man
wir.
would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Weiter geht es. Ladebildschirm.
Your sister can help us.
Oh, Königsmund.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Und jetzt switchen wir schon wieder den Charakter, wie es aussieht. Und weiter geht's. Zum ersten Mal in die Truhe gucken. Was ist hier Schönes drin? Erstmal den Brief natürlich. Der... Reed. Komm, gönn dir.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Okay. Dann geht's weiter. Die Münze. Gucken wir uns die mal
It was
an.
very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
Oh. Das hat
What
Lady
about
Marjorie
Lady
uns
Elena?
anscheinend gegeben.
Ethan made this for me.
Ethan, unser Bruder. Wir sind jetzt hier quasi die Schwester, die in Königsmund ist. Wenn ich das jetzt alles richtig verstehe.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Okay, und weiter. Ja, Mäuschen, beweg dich. So. Ja, look at it.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Ah, das sind wir auch. Wir spielen ja gefühlt
I hope
jeden.
to see them all someday.
Aber wir spielen hier vermutlich, also so wie ich das bis jetzt verstanden habe, fast ausschließlich, oder bis jetzt ausschließlich also
King's
beziehungsweise
Landing.
die
I
Foresters.
wonder if it's sunny at
Oder-
Ironrath today.
Diejenigen, die den Foresters angehören. Was ist eigentlich mit Bowen, den wir am Anfang gerettet haben? Bringt uns das noch irgendwas? Werden wir sehen.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our
Okay.
best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Oh, und da klopft die Tür. Dann wollen wir mal aufmachen. Oben.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Du bist dreckig, mein Junge. Let him in.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Wer bist du? Solange du mich nicht umbringen willst. Ach, unser Dienstbote quasi.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Wir sind ehrlich.
Letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been
Ja,
kind to me.
bemerkt unsere Freundlichkeit.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Lady Marjorie,
You
die
work for Lady
Verlobte
Marjorie?
des Königs.
I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning.
Mann,
outside
Junge,
the royal
langsam
set,
wirst du ein bisschen
talking to Queen
aufdringlich.
Cersei.
Cersei?
Oh Gott.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did
Komm.
they say?
Werden wir ein bisschen
I couldn't make out
hinterfragen.
much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind
Okay.
of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Ah, ich glaube, das war gut, dass wir ihm so ein bisschen freundlich zu ihm... Gute Nacht. Es ist helllichter Tag. Und da kommt... Oh, die ist aber gut animiert. Also die ist,
Lady Marjorie, you're
die ist
early.
gut gemacht.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Ich finde es ja richtig schön, wenn die Schauspieler... Also die Schauspieler, sag ich schon. Die Charaktere hier an den Schauspieler gelegt
I thought of you
sind.
more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family.
Oh, da vibrierte mein
I
Handy.
feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well. You must not despair. We will get through this together.
Oh.
You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the royal set. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Oh ja, das ist...
She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
Das passt ganz zu
She
Cersei.
intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this if
Okay.
it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
Wir tun mal
I knew
genau
I could
das,
trust you. Humor her.
was Marjorie sagt.
Tell
Weil
her
sie
what
mag
she
ich
wants
deutlich
to hear.
lieber als Cersei. Also von daher... Wobei bei
See if
Marjorie,
the
muss
Queen
man
Regent is ready
sagen,
to receive us.
ist auch... Man weiß ihre Absichten immer nicht ganz einzuschätzen. Auch in der Serie. Das ist eine ganz, ganz fiese Sache. Aber Cersei ist natürlich, wenn man wirklich noch nett und gut
You'll be
über sie
fine.
redet,
I know
sie
you will.
ist einfach eine
You may
Bitch. Das
feel
kann man
one
einfach
thing,
nicht anders
but you
sagen.
must say another.
Okay, tun wir. Das, was wir fühlen, sagen wir also nicht.
Good luck.
Das hört sich ja schon mal nicht so nett an. Wir werden vermutlich darauf hingewiesen, dass Robb Stark und die Forresters sich gegen alle auflehnen wollten. Aber mal sehen, was da jetzt so passiert. Oh, da ist Tyrion. Der wohl heimliche Hauptcharakter der Serie.
You can do this.
Machen wir. Komm, dann gehen wir mal. Dürfen wir nicht gehen? Doch, wir dürfen gehen. Darf ich auch stehen bleiben? Ja, darf ich. Okay, dann gehen wir mal durch. Das ist aber schön gemacht. Ah, da freue ich mich ja schon so ein bisschen drauf.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Ich hasse
With
sie.
your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Komm, wir knien vor ihr nieder.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may
Wir
rise.
tun's einfach mal, obwohl ich sie hasse.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Okay, jetzt sollen wir das machen, was Lord Marjorie
Perhaps
gesagt
you should
hat.
ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes,
Ja.
Your Grace.
Wir lügen sie mal an.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you. If you have any loyalty at all.
Jetzt wird sie bitchig.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Oh, nee. Oh. Ja,
Yes, Your
komm.
Grace.
Mann, das ist schon wieder so eine Sache, da können wir
I
nicht
see.
entscheiden.
Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey, if it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned, but now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I
Okay.
trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
Okay.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Jetzt haben wir ja Cersei so ein bisschen nur an
Loyalty can be such
Gunst.
a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all
Das ist,
sorts
glaube
of
ich,
ambitious
ziemlich wichtig.
opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Jetzt überfordert sie mich aber.
sure she
Let the
would.
girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
Ich hasse sie.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Oh, die ist sauer auf uns. Aber wir haben eigentlich genau das getan, was sie gesagt hat. Wir haben genau das gesagt, was wir eigentlich nicht gedacht haben. Tyrion, du bist der
I'll walk
Coolste.
you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
Würde ich auch nicht
We
tun.
only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family.
Und wir danken ihm einfach.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression.
Wir sind
I, of
ehrlich.
course, found it all highly entertaining.
I don't particularly like her.
Yet you did your best to please. You'll do well here in King's Landing. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard.
Komm, wir fragen ihn einfach mal direkt um Hilfe. Er ist ein ganz netter.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house.